problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Mayfield on play action. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early. Spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Richard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Check.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders, he's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Julius Peppers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the hometown guys with a football here to begin this second quarter of play, as they've got it with a second down coming up. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important... Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 19. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, if you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Julius Peppers in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Brian Anger now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded at the 33. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! He goes 67 yards on the punt return as his guys continue to pour it on. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. And that's why you put a Hall of Famer back there. He's in for 2 points. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula? The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Randy Moss and company as they take the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that rook.
And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, Mayfield drops this off to Richard. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go. Go. Motion backfield. 58.
On second down and 4. Vick, he's going to let it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now Michael Vick and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they rattle off a big one. 47 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 yards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for two.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On the ground, Richard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's loose again. And all the way in for the touchdown. 58 yards, the distance covered on the punt return, as his guys continue to pour it on. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Here's Mayfield. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. In there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. Now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Vick.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Here's Michael Vick.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook.
Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Ja'Kai Polite. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
To make the fat ladies humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Here's Sanders. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. And the pressure gets to him again. Julius Peppers. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Anderson loses the football. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Brian Anger now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is brought in at the 21. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
All right, count him along with me. That's his 3rd return for a touchdown in this game. Why is the ball being kicked to him? That would be my question.
I was just going to ask you the same question because we see 2 occasionally. I mean, very rare. 3, unbelievable. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Julius Peppers in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 7, and he's going to go down again. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken right around the 44. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
I got you. 57 the mic. 57. Come on. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike's 57. 57. Good up.
Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So celebration down on the field for a good hard.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Whole squad.